As I said earlier, yesterday we had the FDA approve America's first marijuana-based medication, and you had FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb talking about this. And one of the things he said was that the FDA is willing to help companies that want to pursue research programs, but they need to prove that their products work, that their products are safe. They have to run clinical trials. Well, that means that it's many, many years and many, many tens of millions of dollars typically to get a drug approved by the FDA. And that's why you have drug prohibition. That's why you have the FDA and the DEA, because the big pharmaceutical drugs don't want people taking natural supplements, things like marijuana, for example. They want to make a profit. They can patent a medicine. And, of course, if they've got the capital to run the clinical trials for the FDA, the two of them work together synergistically. I guess you could say they have a symbiotic relationship. It's called regulatory capture. The symbiotic relationship between the bureaucracy, the big bureaucracy, and the big pharma. And now they're going to create BigWeed out there. They're looking to take over the marijuana industry as well. But that's what they do. They have to run these clinical trials. And the director of the FDA says this. He said, there's going to be additional enforcement actions against companies that sell unregulated CBD products with medical claims that can't be substantiated because they haven't been run through us. Look at all the people that you know of, and I'm sure you do. I know many people. I'm not like that have been injured by big pharmaceutical drugs, okay? Of course, I'm not like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. I don't know a lot of people who have committed suicide in my circle of friends. I've got a family member who committed suicide, and that's it. And he had his in-laws had a history of suicide in their family. But other than that, I don't have a massive network of business associates and friends who have committed suicide. But I know a lot of people in my circle of friends who have been seriously harmed with big pharmaceutical drugs. And yet the FDA says, well, we're not going to let you take any of this stuff if it hasn't been approved by us. We're going to shut down CBD oil from other people unless they get it approved by me. He says marketing unapproved products with uncertain dosages and formulations can keep patients from accessing appropriate, recognized therapies to treat serious and even fatal diseases. So that's why you need my bureaucracy. And we're going to be there to protect big pharmaceutical companies. This will be available by prescription under a physician's care, they said. So ask your doctor if you can have this. That's the AMA and the big pharmaceutical companies and the FDA, the unholy trinity, controlling your access to health care. You know, I had a family member who had early stages of glaucoma. I started researching it for them. And a lot of very serious side effects with glaucoma medicine. I went to the American Ophthalmology site, looked it up. And they were saying, well, you could take this or you could take that, but then it does this and it does that to you, you know. And then they actually listed marijuana. And they said it can be very effective for treating glaucoma. But you may be careful about this because we don't know, because there hasn't been any sufficient testing, because nobody wants to spend the tens of millions of dollars to satisfy the FDA to find out the correct dosage. So they said, you might under-medicate. Oh, we could take care of that. And the symptoms were increased appetite and euphoria. When you compare that to heart attack, stroke, high blood pressure, other things that are coming up with these other medications, absolutely absurd. And yet, we still have Jeff Sessions there, standing astride of all this. And we look at this FDA medication that's being approved for epileptic seizures. I don't think that this is simply a repackaging of cannabis because it has side effects. Things like diarrhea, vomiting, fatigue, and sleep problems. That doesn't sound like marijuana. That sounds like some kind of synthetic approximation of that drug. That doesn't sound like marijuana. It's something else. We got Dianne Feinstein wants to give Jeff Sessions new powers to fight the war on drugs, says Reason Magazine. A bill passed by the House would create a fast-track scheduling system that would lead to the criminalization of kratom, nootropics. That's the stuff that helps you to think naturally. And pretty much anything else that can give you a buzz that isn't already illegal. See, as they're losing their ability to lock people up for marijuana because they've locked up more people in jail for marijuana than any of these other drugs, they've got to put some new things out there. So go after nootropics, go after kratom. Look, I like Brain Force. It hasn't hurt me one bit. Unlike the drugs that are approved by the FDA. House of Representatives voted on Friday to create a new schedule of banned drugs called Schedule A. They got Schedule 1 through 4 from the United Nations. It's a UN agenda enacted by President Nixon. This thing is a globalist piece of crap from the get-go.
Support good oral health with our one-of-a-kind Super Blue fluoride-free products. InfoWars Life brings you a revolutionary toothpaste blend with iodine and nano silver designed to deliver a powerful clean. Enjoy a minty fresh flavor made with peppermint oil or try our bubblegum flavor. Pair this groundbreaking toothpaste with the Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and supercharge your oral health. Our amazing mouthwash features natural oils and ancient ingredients used since Aboriginal and biblical times. Instead of containing fluoride, our Super Blue line is loaded with the good halogen iodine and an array of other beneficial compounds that have been hand-selected for their oral health benefits. Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and toothpaste are the first and only to contain all of these natural ingredients: xylitol, nano silver, and iodine. Notice the difference with our Super Blue fluoride-free products. Refresh your breath and invigorate your oral health routine at InfoWarsStore.com. That's InfoWarsStore.com.